Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Big Brother Wee, and so far we've been able to get three special people to conduct an interview regarding the prayers and whether or not they work. So, to be back on topic, I would like to say that ultimately and overall, we managed to get a great deal of people with different viewpoints on everything. And everyone has a particular form of why they believe certain things to be true, whether we're talking about beyond the physical realm or into the metaphysical realm through divine purposes. Personally, me as an individual, I personally feel that prayers in all of its essence is simply a fabrication to ease the mind. Well, I do understand that everyone has their own viewpoints and everything else, but again, I have my own personal viewpoints. So ultimately, I'm going to answer my own questions. No, prayers do not work. But I do believe that it does give closure for people who actually do believe in prayers. However, if people constantly rely so much on putting their hands together, or at least hoping, and not doing anything, then they all are going to constantly push themselves on the back door. You see, there's time for, well, it is true there is time for prayer. There's always time in real life where action comes into play. For any of you that may be familiar with it, in order for certain things to happen, you need to make sure that it does work. You want to make an A on a test, then you have to work towards it. The only thing you can really have is put on a leap of faith and hoping that you got everything answered correct. You want to buy yourself a car, instead of hoping and praying all the time, it's not going to appear right away. You have to work towards it. Now, does working towards it really have any particular significance? Well, it does have its good points and its bad points. Mainly because if you work towards something, you might as well wind up being disappointed. But at the same time, though, if you're the individual who strongly believe that, if you actually go through actions in your life, well, honestly though, let me go back and refresh what I have to say. If you really, really want something done in your life, in your livelihood, then you need to take action. We're not talking about this, and we're not talking about bowing your head on the ground. We're simply talking about go out there and do it. Will you achieve the results that you have? You have a much higher chance instead of sitting on your ass and actually just putting your hands together all the time, like some people might do. But there are those who do this, but they're at the same time they go out and work towards it. Deep down inside, it builds their confidence, and it gives them that kind of closure. It gives them that strength, that endurance, that power to make themselves feel more confident in who they are. And that's what basically what prayer should actually do. It should reinforce the idea that you should be much stronger to take the action. Your willpower should be strong enough, much stronger than anything else in the world, to truly push together a far more powerful and pleasant reaction to everything. Because in the end, if you strive towards what you want to do, it will ultimately come in great fortune. Sit there and pray all the time, you'll be waiting for a disaster to happen. It's kind of like a joke that they actually had a while back. And it actually goes like this. There was actually a guy, and he was pretty much in the middle of a flood. And then next thing you know, he prayed to God to rescue him. First, there was a man in a raft. Came by and asked if he needed help. He says, no, do not worry about it. God will protect me. Okay? Second person comes in. This time it happens to be a big ass tank. Come on, sir, get in. No, sir. No, God will protect me. And so he waited again. Hours later, a helicopter come by to pick him up. Come on, sir, you gotta help us. Come on, sir, get in. It's getting ready to get flooded. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, the Lord will protect me and take care of me. So he left. So what happened after that? He drowned. Then he went to heaven. And what happened to him? He walked up to the gate, And he asked God, Lord, Lord have mercy, Kyrie eleison, why did you forsake me? Why did you let me die? And God said, look, motherfucker, I gave you a raft, I gave you a tank, and I gave you a helicopter. What more could you ask for? And there were some people. Maybe what I should do is I should probably do a particular series on God, belief, and that kind of stuff. Oh yeah. Well, you see, the thing is this though. Grovit, Ryan D2, you know, strong devout Christians. Well, I guess I can actually assume that. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't actually do that. You know, instead they would actually, if there was a God, what they would do is that they would take the raft, the tank, or the helicopter, and they would say, God has answered my prayers. So it seems to me I do sound like kind of like a fundamentalist per se, but you know how it is. Well, aside from all that though, this has been a very interesting discussion that we've been having together, everybody. And we're going to go overtime because the show won't end until 2 in the morning. Ooh. Well, okay, so Sabah and Green Day Girls 7, you guys have to depart, I believe. I am terribly sorry about that. Once again, subscribe to my channel, add me as your friend so you can get more, so you can get your special alerts, and you get to see more of my zany action in the process. So, good night, Sabah, Green Day Girl. Have a pleasant and joyous respite. So there goes the 2 people. So now we have 8 guests. And we have XO the Rap out here. Well, let's see. We're going to throw away the whole 2 Girls 1 Cup soundtrack. We're going to discard that for the time being. Oh, wait a second. Erotic music, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to discard this. And, you know, this has been a very interesting discussion all the way through. Makes you feel really good in the pants as well. I don't know though. It's like you can always shoot yourself in the foot if you like and go A. Excuse me, laddie, what's going on with ya? But of course we're going to play an old familiar song that I think some people actually heard before, and it might sound very disturbing considering, but you know what? It's a pleasant piece of music. It's really, really pleasant.